When we relinquish the experience we had, a miracle happens. When we recontextualize the experience, life is different. So what you're experiencing right now, we'll have to see what's the meaning, the value, the context. So when you feel exhausted, tired, drained, confused, you are not happy, I will invite you to go to the context. Now I'm going to be precise here. The context of life is the way of trying to be as wise, as open, expanding the focus. So sometimes we'll play the game to be specific. We will play the game of going to the particular thing, but we will play the game also to go to the general point, to the expansive point. So how do we play this game? We try to bring presence. We try to come from a state of acknowledgement. When you acknowledge something, you are connecting to what is happening, to the experience. If I'm aware that you are in front of me, I am connecting to the experience. So we try to acknowledge. Welcome to your channel. I teach the method. That's why the page is called, my website is called Roslyn Method. So my intention today is to share with you a bit of experiences, a bit of good energy, of love. Love is infinite. It doesn't get wasted, doesn't get lost, it doesn't get taken. You don't borrow love. Love is what you are, is the essence. So in this method, what I will do is I will just go to the specific sometimes, and I will go to the general sometimes, the general state, the field. I will try to amplify the length, the glasses that we use in life. Okay? So I was thinking that something very important to talk about today is about anxiety, about stress, about not feeling the state of peace and calm, overwhelmed. Okay, when you feel overwhelmed, the mind is saying, this is too much. I can't deal with this. I can't cope with this. Now, how much are we willing to accept that there is an energy which is, we feel overwhelmed, is calling us to shift the perspective, to adopt a new mindset? I'll tell you something. When you invest in something, if you have a clear intention why you're investing, then you are creating a different outcome. If I spend £10 on buying alcohol or buying drugs or buying whatever, it's not the same if I spend £100 in a course, especially when it comes to emotional, or when it comes to nutrition, or when it comes to health. So I will revise this so you can understand. Sometimes negativity comes and the price is £1,000, and we invest in it without examining it, without seeing the exhaustion. And then emotionality, the emotional health, your well-being, which is absolutely free, or maybe it might be £10 or 5, we overlook it. we don't invest in it. So this is the game that happens, and this is the explanation of sometimes of the present that you experience. So you spend more money, which is the price of dealing with negativity, and you ignore the fact that we can reverse it and invest on our mindset, on our well-being, on our highest, for me, the meaning of life is the highest value is the peace, is to allow the flow and the energy of love to move. So let me tell you something. The body will express what is going on in the mind, and if the spirit is present or not. And the energy of your body, we have some channels. They are linked to organs. They will express what is going on. So if I am depressed, the lungs, I know it in Spanish, but in English, the digestive system will be touched. So if I am feeling pain in what is the zone of digestive, it means that I'm blocking that channel. There is no flow of love through the body, and that channel is locked. And it will express in the form of pain in that zone, but emotionally is depression, is lost, is extracting yourself from life. Taking yourself to a corner emotionally will express in the body. Let's say you are feeling regret, you are feeling the deepest energy of guilt about something. Okay? You are feeling that life is unfair. The heart is blocked. So let me understand something, Ralph. What do you mean the heart is blocked? What do you mean digestive system? Do you want to say that when I'm ill, it has to be with something emotional? Yes. And spiritual. Spirit is only making reference to what is life. When I talk about spirit, the meaning I give to that connotation, it means life. That's what you are. When I talk about mind, the meaning I'm giving is if it's operating from the ego, programs, belief, perception, position, or it's just let's say, to make it pragmatic, it is pragmatically useful, it is bringing advancement, development or not. That's how I measure if it's mind or it's the mind with capital M. So if I'm developing, if I'm growing up, if I'm expanding, if I'm truly genuinely learning, which sometimes it will come through adversities, then the mind is there. Now, how do I know the body? The body, when the energies, all the channels, the meridians, they are absolutely regulated. This is what we know as chakras. So the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the one that represents the solar plexus, the second, the sexual, and the root. So if everything is balanced, that's my reference through the body that the energy of love is flowing. Now, the only medicine we need to heal is to bring love with compassion, to understand that suffering sometimes is chosen, it's not imposed. We choose it from ignorance. We choose it from the lack of awareness. And we choose it because it comes intrinsically as humans from innocence. If a young baby doesn't know what is a snake, it might smile and want to play with the snake. We cannot blame the baby. We have the compassion to understand that at that stage of life, intrinsically innocence is granted. Now, we are still kids, but we transform the body, which is what we get older. So life, because we don't know, we know about, but we don't know until we experience subjectively. Let's admit and allow ourselves to recognize that we are innocent. We sometimes are ignorant. It's part of being human. So understanding your pain, because I am human, it makes me open and flow the love that comes straight from the universe. So I allow the flow. I manifest love. The only thing I manifest is love. Why? Because when I allow love to flow, certainty is granted. The highest value for me is peace. Now, peace doesn't come from being passive, inactive, crossing my hands and saying, I'll stay here. Peace comes from literally taking the intention, allowing myself to come from the honesty, being integrous with myself, knowing that where I'm going, the direction is love. Unshakable belief with that. So let's go to the point. What is the mind right now experiencing? The mind sometimes comes from perception. It takes a conclusion from a past event and eclipses the present. So that's the glasses we have. Imagine if you are looking at the sun, you're trying to look at the brightness, at the light of the sun. And when you stop looking at the sun and you look at something else, the focus is just as the light of the sun. When you have been long enough in the dark and suddenly there is brightness, you can see the contrast. That's exactly how the mind works. So if we come from past experience, resentment, guilt, blame, judgment, shame, now we will see it from that point. The only way to clear that vision, to clean it, we bring forgiveness. Now, for the ego, forgiving is weak. Why? Because you didn't pay me what you owe me. If you did me something, you deserve to feel it. So you will learn. That energy is a stone, is a block of the heart. Because the heart doesn't understand good or bad. It has no position. Only one direction: to serve you, to expand, to evolve. What is evolution? Evolution is allowing the spirit life to fulfill his flow. So anytime that life shows up, there is an element of love and intention. And life only gives you, only supports you. That's why when you have life, you have health. It's impossible to have love and peace and to be ill. Impossible. Now, the body has its own programming. Since when I was born, if I have to leave the body at whatever age, that's another business. The protoplasm of the body has its own programming. If I am meant to die, exact day, exact time, it will happen. But it comes from the law of the universe. It's not because I accelerate the death, taking negative energy. So once we separate the law of the universe, which is this body will express until it will stop expressing as a body, but life is always there. That's why we say life goes on. What we are trying to say is there is no death to life. There is always a plane up, there is always a train on the left, there is always a bus, there is always a human walking. Why? What makes that happen is the life. If you stop seeing me because I dropped the body, which we understand as physical death, there will still be life. You understand? So that's love. It's the only thing that supports and makes this to be always ongoing present. So now we want to become life, expressing with body, expressing with mind and spirit. Okay? So I'm feeling pain, Ralph. Okay. We make a triangle. We see the body as the mirror. What is in front of the mirror? The mirror will tell you that's the body. In front of the mirror, there is a flower, there is a tree, there is a person, there is a dog. Straight, no judgment. It will reflect exactly what is going on the mind and if the spirit is there. Now, Ralph, how can I organize the mind? No problem. It is easy if you are willing to lose the grip, to just drop the whole of perception and belief. Belief is the way is your GPS in life. You will take decisions based on your belief. That's why questioning your beliefs from the intention of learning, from the intention of expanding, from trying to really love wisdom, we shape belief, we shape them, and it changes the direction. You have to see belief like your compass of life. So without compass, where am I going? I don't know. So belief, when I believe that this is the compass I choose, it will take me there. That's why it's important. It's completely relevant, the belief we have. Okay, Ralph, so how can I create a strong belief? The meaning. The meaning of your life, not the value, because the value might change. Today I value a house. Tomorrow I value a car. Today I value living in the city. Tomorrow I want to live in the countryside. Today I value having my kids. Tomorrow I want to be in silence. So value might differ depending on the context, the moment of life. But the meaning is still one. People don't want to die. People want peace. Even if they swim in the pool of negativity, they genuinely want peace and they want to live. That's the meaning. Now, there has to be honesty, yeah. We have to bring honesty. We have to bring the sincere, genuine acceptance. So there is a paradox here. People say, Ralph, I want to be okay. And you watch the actions that are coming from the mind because it's what expressed and the spirit. It's a contradiction. We still hold the blaming. We still hold the resentment. We don't want to forgive. We don't want to have compassion. We love the guilt. Feeling guilt is wow, it's very sweet. It's pleasurable. Oh, I'm sorry I did this. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, wow, this happened. Yeah, society. I'm in the UK, the government now. Yeah, because we went out of the EU, my life is like this. We love it. Yeah, but I want peace. Okay, let's see what we're expressing. Now, if I really want peace, I have to be honest. I have to forgive myself. I have to switch the energy of guilt and exchange it from compassion. The energy of shame and change it with the willingness to move on, trust in life. We shape the belief. Remember, when I say no to something, I say yes to another thing. So when I'm saying no to the darkness, I'm saying yes to light. I'm saying yes to life. So anything that will support you, that will lift you, that will give you the energy, that's your GPS, that's your meaning. Now you don't need to cut the head of everybody, be alone, this. Sometimes we go to the extreme, we are very rigid. This is not about, it's still ego. If I go to a position, this is good, this is bad, it's still a position. This is right, this is wrong. is still the ego. The ego is a way of operating, is a program, is a belief. It's not the enemy. In fact, it's the best teacher, because you will hit the wall, you will hit the wall, you will hit the wall. One day you will say, ego, you are always taking me to smash myself towards the wall. I'm done with you. Now my reference is going to be life and love and intuition. Okay? Therefore, to finish, spirit, life. Spirituality has sometimes a misunderstanding and it creates confusion because we attribute it to religion. So when we talk about spirituality, the mind is, religion. Religion is one thing, spirituality is another thing. But they are all nominations, names, verbal, spelling, sounds. The meaning I give to spirituality is life. The simple meaning for me, the simplicity, which involves everything. When I talk about soul, life, the intangible reality, the invisible reality that makes perfect sense and is exact. That's it. Religion might take me to that point because religion, the finality, the aim, the target of religion is to understand life. Now the root is different. I depend on someone, an authority, a doctrine. The different one of self-exploration, which is spirituality, that one is different. That one comes straight, and the experience is the reference. So experiencing from a subjective point is already the answer that I need. Sometimes I want to understand. Experiencing it subjectively is a reward. So spirituality is a never-ending source because love brings love. The light brings light. You attract. That's why I manifest only love. It will bring peace. It will bring calm. It will make you spiritually rich. It will give you focus. It will expand your wisdom. Wisdom is powerful. Don't get me wrong. This is not about I know a lot. No, this is I am connecting to life. Wisdom is wealth. It's a long-time energy that fulfills himself and it serves you in the precise moment you need it. That's why nourishing mind, spirit, and body, you create wealth. So with the mind, I will chase wisdom. I will chase development. I will chase growth, no matter how strong, arduous, difficult it is. With body, I will watch what is expressing. I don't want to do anything. I don't feel strong. I am feeling lazy. I'm feeling tired. I will go straight to the spirit. Is there love? What is stopping the block, the flow? What is blocking the flow of the energy? The spirit is life. I will ask, is there life in my present? Is there love? Is there compassion to myself and others when they are struggling? If you are my family and you don't want to kiss me, you don't want to hug me, you don't want to spend quality time, you might be struggling in silence. Compassion will allow me not to judge you. It will allow me to understand. Compassion unites. It makes a bundle. You contribute. You will come from why me to what can I give. I started the YouTube channel without no money. I was under zero. And I could wait for a best moment to do it. But love, life, the only direction it has is to give. I don't want any recognition. I have no merit. I don't pretend to sound like Buddhist. Nah. I'm made for this. I am fulfilling my potential. the meaning of my life is this. The meaning is love. The meaning is serving the universe. And now the body expresses it. So I'm an energy that I'm connected and attuned to. I have no merit. I love teaching. I condense my 39, nearly 39 years of experience. I've been in this for 34 in silence. Now, the years doesn't matter. What matters is, am I developing? Am I growing? Am I expanding? Am I generous? Is there integrity here? Am I trying to sell? Am I trying to persuade? Those are the focus. I wipe out any negative energy in my life. Non-negotiable. The ego has no space here. I will watch it. I will understand it. It can stay close to me, but I know what is the ego. Illusion. Perception. It's always negative no matter what. So, to finish, be careful because the ego can take you to the grave and it will deny. Deny is one of the most blocks people have. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. That's not me. My life is different. You don't understand. You close the door, you block the flow of life. Now, with humility, you are open. You know what? Me of myself, I cannot deal with this. I open and I'm ready for support. I'm ready for love. I will give myself a try. That's healing. Healing means the absence of negativity, the presence of love. That's healing. Enjoy. I send you love straight to your heart with this video. I hope just only one thing in your life, infinite source of energy of love, which I sent to you. I am sorry I cannot give you anything else. There is no love. So if you want something different, I'm out. Give me a break. Positive, good energy. I teach, I condense the absolute gratitude of life, all that life has taught us, teaches me. Sorry for my English, as a Spanish, I'm getting there. I was born in Nigeria, by the way. My first ABC was in English, but I lived only 9 years, and I came back to the UK, so I'm getting there. But my intention is to share with you that Rosalind method is just that. I love to follow people in the journey of evolution. I try to condense personal training in one side, which is anatomy, the mind, which is how it works, from experience, from knowledge, from studying, and the spirit, which is pragmatic. So these fields, I've been working on them for many years. I was training since when I was 4. My dad took me to karate. Since that time, I was always training. The mind, because mom passed and there was a gap between my brother and I, 14 years. So I didn't have a relationship with my brother where we were always together. He would just come play with me, have some fight. And I was quietly alone until my mom would come from the work, and it was just kissings and lovings and conversations. So I had a space where I was lucky enough and grateful to reflect since when I was a young man, and using questions. And also, I think my destiny was absolutely enlightenment. So when mom passed, I could go deeper in that inner searching, inner seeing life. So because I have no attachment, that helps me to move on. This is the next video I'm going to post. I'm going to talk about attachment. Thank you very much for existing. Thank you for being live. I don't need to know you to send you love. I will send it to you anyway. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day.